Hi friends, this is Nishant and we are live. So I hope you can see me. If anybody can see me or hear me properly, just let me know, so that I can continue. So actually, I had taken a couple of trades in the morning and now had to go somewhere. So I thought let's utilize the time and let me talk to you. And so just let me know if I'm audible and clearly visible, so that I can talk about things. Yeah, so just let me know. Am I visible? And okay, so people are joining in. Let me know if I'm visible and audible. Okay. So today, in this random drive time candid talk, I actually wanted to talk about something which plagues many traders alike, and that is FOMO, fear of missing out. That's what they call it. These are just words, labels, and people get obsessed about them. People start thinking, they make them monsters. FOMO, FOMO is the real thing. Then you can write books about it. So all in all, it's a simple thing, right? Simple emotion. And that's what happens. It becomes a big thing because you keep talking about it. So FOMO. Primarily, FOMO is in trading. I'm talking about trading. FOMO is fear of missing out, where you see something running and you feel like you will miss it, right? And maybe you enter very, very late when the move has already come, or you don't enter at all and you keep regretting that you should have entered. Okay, so this is basically FOMO, fear of missing out. You are always in a fear, you are always in a state of apprehension that you may miss the move. And this cripples you, this paralyzes you to look at things the way they are, because you are living in your own head. If you ask me, FOMO is not that much of a psychological issue as it is a technical issue. People talk about FOMO from a psychological angle, that FOMO, I'm suffering from FOMO. And sometimes, what happens, I'll tell you, these issues, these big words, they become fashion also. People start feeling intellectual when they use these words. I suffer from FOMO. So, it's stupid, right? But this is the truth. People start attaching some sort of intellectual high to using these words, and they start using these words. So, I explained what is a FOMO, right? What is FOMO? FOMO is basically you are apprehensive that you might miss the move, and due to that apprehension, either you don't enter at all or you enter when the move is over, right? So as I said, to me it's not a psychological issue as much as it is a technical issue. I'll tell you why. It's a technical issue because FOMO happens when you lack technical skill. What I'm saying here is that when will you feel that you might miss on something? When would you feel that? It is basically lack of confidence. Listen to my words. It is lack of confidence in your own ability, to find a trade again. Lack of confidence in your own ability to find such an opportunity again. So this is FOMO, right? So the root of FOMO is not some psychological bias. It doesn't just come out of nowhere, right? The root is that you do not have confidence on your own skills. You somehow feel that, what has happened is you feel that, this opportunity has come to me by chance. This opportunity has come to me by luck. And if I don't make use of this opportunity, there are two things I'll talk about. So first is this. First is this, that, you don't trust on your own ability, your own skill to find the trades again. Better trades, more trades, right? and you feel that somehow you have got this opportunity by luck, and if you don't play this, then what will happen? I don't have skill, I can't find an opportunity again, this opportunity has come, this is the last chance of my life. Right? So this is actually the root of FOMO. The root of FOMO is not psychological. The root of FOMO is technical. Lack of technical skill and lack of belief in your own skill. And generally lack of belief is because of lack of skill also. Right? Since you know that you do not have the skill, you have not proven to yourself that you have that skill. That is why FOMO comes, na? That is why lack of belief happens, because you have not proven to yourself that you have skill. So this is, FOMO. This is why FOMO happens. Now, the solution to this is, you have to think that basically, I can't read the message, okay? I'm driving. The solution to this issue, this first part, lack of confidence in your own skill, is to look at trading as a play of setups, right? You have certain setups, you find a setup. The guy was just standing outside his car and smoking. So you look at trading as a play of setups, right? You find a setup, you execute it, you move on. You find a setup, you execute it, you move on. You find a setup, you execute it, you move on. Primarily, trading is not rocket science. Primarily trading is wash, rinse, repeat. This is what trading is. You have to do things over and over again. It's not a one day's job. You don't have to make all the money in the world in one day or in one stock or in one opportunity or in one trade. The moment I've said this the other day, the moment you change your perspective and the moment you change your perspective and you stop thinking about trading as something that as a short-term career that you have to make money in this month only. You shift your perspective from that to the long game, that trading is my career. I'm going to spend my life in this. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years I'm going to be trading like any other business, any other profession. People have shops, right? Somebody has a shoe store, somebody has an FMCG, grocery store, a job. People do that all their life. Right? They don't just make money in one day. So it's about routine. The moment you understand that, majority of FOMO goes away. Right? That's basically jackpot mentality. I'll come to that. So the point here is that you have to look at trading business as a setup business. You play a setup, you move on. Wash, rinse, repeat. When you look at it this way, then what do you miss? You miss nothing. Even if you miss a setup, it's all a setup, no. And all these setups are on different time frames, right? Maybe you have a monthly setup. So if you have a monthly setup, if the monthly chart will work, the trade will be, the duration of the trade might be for 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, long-term trade. If the trade is on a weekly chart, it might be, few months, even few years. If the trade is on a daily chart, it might be a few months long trade. If the trade is on a 5-minute setup, it might be a day trade. If the setup is on a 1-minute chart, the trade might be for a scalp. Right? It's about setups. And setups are same. Please understand. Let's say, I'm giving you an example. Let's say everybody knows a triangle setup, right? A triangle, symmetrical triangle, continuation setup. Now let's say you get a symmetrical triangle. In that symmetrical triangle, you have some, let's say 20-30 candles. Okay? Now, that symmetrical triangle breaks out. After breaking out, you have a swing lasting for 8-10 candles. Got it? Now imagine if this is a monthly chart, then those 20-30 candles within the triangle means 20-30 months. And then the swing following that 8-10 candles means 8-10 months of trade. If this is a 5-minute candle, then those 20-30 candles within the triangle are 20-35 minutes. Right? And that swing which came up for 8-10 candles is like 8-10 5 minutes. So it's about setups and time frames. It's you don't have to get, I missed this opportunity. You don't miss any opportunity. Please understand. Opportunities have been there since time immemorial, and opportunities will be there since time immemorial. It's a game of setups. You miss a setup. It's like you are having a burger cart, you make burgers, hot dogs, and you are peeling potatoes. One potato, it comes bad, you throw it away and you move on to the next potato. You can't keep cribbing about, that thing. So point is that you have to think setup perspective, and setups can be of many ways, right? Let's say in some stock you missed a 5-minute setup, okay, but there is still some daily setup. Let's say you missed the daily level setup. Again, maybe monthly is good, corrective might come, correction might come, and again monthly will start moving, right? So there are setups within setups also. It's very complex. Please understand, complex means there is no dearth of opportunities. You're getting the point? There is no dearth of opportunities. The point is, again, there is since it's a candid talk, I'm talking about it. Again, there's a difference between scalper and a long-term player. So a long-term player wants monthly charts which are about to move, right? Or weekly charts which are about to move. So if weekly chart has moved a lot, or monthly chart has moved a lot, then yes, he might have to wait. That's fine. But a scalper or a day trader, he gets opportunity every day. Why? Because all those things happen in a 1-minute chart in just few minutes or few hours, which happen in a monthly chart. So a 1-minute chart goes through all those cycles in one day that a monthly chart goes through in many years. So a monthly chart, let's say a monthly chart is in an uptrend, and to reverse it in a downtrend, it might take few years. But a daily chart might go in an uptrend, choppy area, downtrend, again uptrend, all in a matter of one day, right? So that is why a day trader has an opportunity almost every day. That is why people who trade in index, they trade almost every day. But if you are a long-term trader, then yes, once the long-term charts are quite away from their averages or whatever it is, whatever method you apply, so once they've moved a lot, then you have to wait. Yes, definitely, right? So yes, long-term players have lesser opportunities, but the magnitude of their outcome is huge, right? So that's how they compensate. Day trading people, they have more opportunities, but the magnitude of their return is little lesser. Magnitude means in terms of absolute numbers. This is how it is, right? So setups, you don't miss anything. Please understand. If let's say for example, I am a daily chart player. I play daily swings. If I miss a daily swing, I find something else. If I miss something else, then I find something else. I find some swing on hourly. I find some swing on... I'll tell you another bias which comes here. The stock name. The more you attach with the name of a stock, you tend to get afflicted by this bias more, FOMO. Because then you are attaching names. Oh, Ashok Leland has run a lot. SRF has run a lot. Cummins has run a lot. Get out of this. Please understand, a trader would be better off if he does not focus on the name of the stock. A trader would be better off if he only focuses on setup. Knowing the name of a stock does a lot of damage to a trader. I'll tell you how. See, I started talking about FOMO and now we are talking about so many things. It's going to be a good talk for learners. See, I'll tell you something. The most important thing for a trader is to live in the present. Okay? I call it fresh look theory. That let's say you enter into a trade, the trade goes in profit and you exit. Again, you have to look at that chart as a fresh chart. If you get an opportunity again, you can enter again. It's a different setup. But people don't. Why? Because they think, oh, now it has moved a lot because I played it from 200 to 300 and I exited. Now it has moved a lot. But you have to see it. I mean, what if you saw this chart for the first time right now? Right? If you got a setup, then you would have played no. So this is something that you have to understand. Similarly, you took a trade, you got a loss, you exited. Now again a setup comes. People don't enter. Why? Oh, I got loss in this stock. Come on, man. It's not about stock. It's about setup. If the setup comes again, you enter again. Right? So this is something. Or let's say, you enter a stock and your stop loss gets hit. And again an opportunity comes. People don't enter. Why? Because, oh, my stop loss got hit. All this happens because you remember the name of the stock. If I remove the name of the stock, from the top, you will not suffer from this bias. I'll tell you. Then you will only focus on, the setups. So, people, let's say you enter something which is 500 rupees, now it is 1500 rupees, and you exit, and some setup forms again at 1800 rupees. You don't enter. I bought it at 500. How can I enter at 1800? But what if you saw it for the first time when it was 1800? So these are all mind plays. You have to get above that. A trader is a monk. You have to detach yourself, right? So this is one part that you always have to be in the present. See things from the present perspective. So when you do this, then there is no FOMO, because whenever the setup comes, wherever the setup comes, you play that. So you miss nothing, right? So this is one part of FOMO, that FOMO happens because of the lack of confidence in your own skill, that you will not be able to find this opportunity again. The solution is that be setup oriented. You are not playing a stock, you are playing setups, and setups reoccur in different stocks, and not just that, in the same stock in different time frames. So you have just so many opportunities all the time. Maybe the monthly level opportunity has gone in some stock, but there is a daily level opportunity. Maybe the daily level opportunity has gone, but there is a 5-minute level opportunity. Whether you want to play that or not is a different thing, but there are opportunities all the time, right? This is one part of this talk is over. I hope you are deriving benefit from this talk. What I will do is I will, download this talk from FB Live and I will upload it on YouTube. Then it will, serve many more people. So one part is over. The second part of this FOMO thing is that, it comes because of jackpot mentality, which I touched upon a little while ago. Jackpot mentality. You think that, if I make this 5 lakh rupees in this trade, oh, my life is made. But let me tell you, life is not made. You're getting my point? Rather than trying to make 5 lakh rupees in one trade, if you try to make 5 lakh rupees in 10 trades by making 50,000 rupees in one trade, that will be more consistent. Or, 5,000 rupees in 100 trades, that will be more consistent. So, it's again connected to that. Think of it as a career. You are not in it for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, or 1 month, or 1 year. You are in it for life. So, behave in that manner, right? So I hope you guys are enjoying, right? So this is what the whole thing about FOMO is, that you do not look at the stock's name. You do not see whether something has run a lot. You focus on setups. If you get a setup, you play that setup. It's as simple as that, right? There is just no reason to feel bad or regretful. Okay, give me a moment. Yeah, all right. So another thing I wanted to talk about, that let's say you are a long-term player. So as I said, that if you are a day trader or a short-term trader, then there is no dearth of opportunities, right? But if you are a long-term trader who plays a monthly chart or a weekly chart, and monthly charts have moved a lot, and generally it happens across the stocks, that let's say small cap index or mid cap index or Nifty 500, most of the charts have run quite a lot on monthly or weekly basis. So you are having difficulty in finding setups. Now there are two ways. One, that you keep cribbing about it. And two, what I see is, I see people, they open a chart and they see, oh, how much of move has happened, and they start feeling FOMO. I'll give you the solution for it. Look at that part which was before the move. Okay, the attributes, the characteristics of that stock, that setup before that big move happened. Look at that part in the past. Okay, obviously the past, and find those stocks where that past is present. You're getting the point? So some stock which has moved a lot, rather than cribbing about that, find that past area of that stock from where it moved a lot, the attributes, the characteristics, and then find those places where that past of that stock which has moved a lot is the present scenario. So there are always opportunities. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm about to reach my destination, and I think my talk has also reached its destination. And I really hope that all of you enjoyed a lot, and we've done. There is satisfaction in this morning, because I feel I've taught you something. You might feel that you've learned something. This is how life is. Yeah. Bye bye. Best wishes. Good luck.